What's up? I'm Drew, and these drums haven't seen the light of day in about 8 years. This is Video Diary of a Modern Musician. Alright, this is my snare drum. Haven't seen this thing in 8 years. Woo! Here she is. A little dusty. Alright. It's good to see you. So I got this drum set in 4th grade. I was in a rock band. We were called 21 Moonshine. And if you think that name is dumb, you're wrong. It's the best band name ever. How we got that name was we added up all of our favorite numbers and put a cool word after it. This is the original bottom head on this from 2001. This head is almost 20 years old. That's insane. I was in the 4th grade, and my brother Aaron was in 7th grade, I believe, and he was in the band, and our band was 7th grade through 12th grade. He played saxophone at the time, but he made friends with some of the older kids in the band, and they were looking for a drummer, and he was like, well, my brother plays drums, and they're like, oh, I don't know him, and he's like, yeah, he's in 4th grade. One thing led to another, and I joined this band, and it was the best thing ever. I don't remember this, but my mom was telling me that I would get frustrated with whatever we were doing and it wasn't going the way I wanted it to. And I would leave the room where we were practicing and I would go and pout in my room. And these 3 guys who are all like seniors in high school are waiting on their 4th grade drummer to come back because he's having a temper tantrum. I remember feeling so cool because we went to play at the high school talent show, and that took place like first thing in the morning of the school day. So it was like, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I got to go play even though I was in elementary school at the time. I went and played because it was before the elementary school day started. Oh yes, I forgot I had these things. These things are like they're like little. They're called zero rings. I had this one literally duct taped on. This is duct taped on. Let's see what this sounds like when I peel it off. Oh, it's a little sticky. Listen. If only I learned how to properly tune my drums, I wouldn't have to use these things. So then after 21 Moonshine, I wasn't in a band for a while. And then once I hit high school, I joined a band where I played drums for a little bit called Blackjack. And then our bassist left, and then our one guitar player left, so it was just me and this other guy, Cody. And we ended up just doing an acoustic kind of thing. I was like a sophomore in high school, and I would go play at bars around the area 10 to 2, and people loved us. Objectively, I'm not even saying that. People loved us, and we would make whatever the door was that night, and it was a good chunk of change for a sophomore in high school, a couple $100. I remember one time we were playing at a bar, and it was right after a high school football game, and I obviously was in the marching band, and I left the game early because the bar we were playing at was right across the street. I don't think my band director appreciated that. But you know what? I was working. I was a working musician, just like I am now. Except now I can't go out and play anywhere because there's a pandemic going on. God. This seat is my favorite thing that I have for my drum set. I got it not that long ago. I mean, relatively speaking. But I was probably a senior in high school or a junior maybe, and I asked my mom, I said, I want a wide ass drum seat because the one I had was so tiny And this one is definitely my size. Oh, these stands are so rusty and crusty. There's like a film over them. a dusty, rusty film. It's kind of gross. So after Blackjack, there was another band that I joined near the end of my high school career, and that band was called Story of Another. And actually the singer of that band, his name is Jake Kulik, and he has a band called Kulik now that writes songs, and he's signed by a record label, and he's been touring, well, not lately, but I actually saw him in Austin, Texas, when I lived there, and it was really cool. And that was the only band where we kind of actively wrote original songs. We had about 7 or 8 songs where we would just sprinkle them in, you know, in various points of the set. So I actually just bought these floor tom legs because I think the other ones disappeared over the course of time. And they don't quite fit, but I'm gonna make it work because I need 2 floor toms. Ooh, there's a hair on this. Man, how old is that hair? So the last time I played these drums, I think, it was a gig with Story of Another. We played at a bar. I was a freshman in college, I think. Yeah, so that was the last time I played these drums, and that was in 2011, I think. So it's been a lot of time. All right, now it's my favorite part. The cymbals. Oh, these stands are so heavy. And this one has a cup holder because you need a cup holder, right? Like, there's nothing bad that has a cup holder. Name something bad that has a cup holder. Can't do it. All right. So, we're all set up. Got my cymbals set up. And what you're about to hear, also got my hearing protection on. Very important. Wear hearing protection. What you're about to hear is the first playing of these drums in about 9 years. 8 or 9 years. All right, here we go. Let's just do one at a time. Sound pretty dead. It's been in a case for 8 or 9 years. This is good. Oh man, I missed this. Oh, my duct tape flew off. Oh man. So, that's what drums sound like after 8 years in a bag, in an attic. Oh man, that is fun. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you click subscribe if you enjoyed this, and come back on Monday for Make Music Monday if you want to see me play a whole song with these. And don't forget to check out my Patreon if you're interested in that sheet music as well. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.